The third thing we do, and something that's near and dear to my heart, is supporting entrepreneurs. As an entrepreneur, I was kind of expecting this is where I'd spend most of my time. Turns out that we have this association with this organization called Launch Tennessee, and they're really doing all the fun work. They get to work with entrepreneurs across our state. Some of the things they focus on is entrepreneurship teaching and coaching. They work on helping raise money, the capital formation. They work on tech transfer. We're working with ORNL and all of our universities to make sure that people that are inventing stuff gets in these research labs, gets to entrepreneurs. And lastly, they work on outreach, reaching out to venture capitalists from around the country to bring them into Tennessee. And they're having a lot of success. So they've created, since they started about 2.5 years ago, over 1,000 jobs through the businesses they work with. 480 companies were accelerated, meaning they coached them. They've had $99 million in investments through the Insight Co-Investment Fund. They've brought in $868 million in venture investment, and helped 4,300, or actually screened 4,300 companies. They've raised $88 million with the companies that were in the accelerator program. So they've done a great job, and they're continuing to do a great job for us. I'm convinced that when we leave here 20 years from now, the things that will make the biggest impact on the state of Tennessee won't be that big company that we bring in from some other country, or even one of our big partners here that expands. It'll be the next Fred Smith, or the next Jim Haslam, or the next Tommy Frist, one of those companies that is just just getting started today, but that will be the movers and shakers, making the big impact in our economy 20 years from now. So these entrepreneurs are critical to what we do, and I just want to make sure everybody knows this is a really important part of our focus. The fourth area that we focus on is community development, and we've got a breakout session later on community development, and they're going to do a great job of going into detail about all the different things that we do. Just a couple quick comments. One, as I mentioned earlier, businesses don't want to work and operate where they don't want to live. You need to have a thriving community where people want to live, and so in ECD, we put a lot of emphasis on community development. We are the granting authority for the Delta Regional Commission, the Appalachian Regional Commission, and the Community Development Block Grants, or CDBG, through the federal government. This past year, we allocated 93 different grants that totaled over $30 million to communities all across our state, everything from fire trucks to water and sewage treatment facilities. So it's a big part of what we do, and we've got, again, some breakouts, and I think Amy will also talk a little bit more about some of the things we do around community development and the 3-star program. One little quick side note, because this is still just in the beginning stages, but one of the challenges that our state has is in starting new businesses. And we want to make sure that we're also remembering our small businesses, guys that are trying to start a business, and making it easy. We've got a new initiative that we're calling the Tennessee Swift Start. Now note, Secretary Trey Hargett is already working on a similar project, so we're going to partner with him and support his initiative, but it's important that we make it easy to start businesses in Tennessee, and we're not easy now. Just in the regulatory part, we're number 7 in the country. Utah's number 1. When you look at all the other aspects, we're not in the top half of the country when it comes to ease of starting a business. Just a side anecdote, I was with my older son, 27, he's starting a small business last night, and totally, he has no idea what Dad does. But he says, Dad, you wouldn't believe the headaches that I have trying to start a business. You know, to get just my business license, I thought that was, it was going to take a week or two, but there's like 5 other forms that I have to fill out before I can even submit to get a business license, and each one of them are sequential. He went on for about 15 minutes complaining about government and how hard it is to start a business. Okay, we're on it, son. But we need to make it easier for people to start businesses, and we will.